Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, here we are.
Oh, I dropped one already. My first find from last Friday: zombie hand puppets. Now I finally found the use for these hands.
What? What is it?
They're pretty cool.
Is it a
I don't know what it is.
a line of
It was 50 cents or 70 cents or something.
for all?
For all. I have even more. I have like 10 of these things.
Where did you find them?
In the thrift store in the city center.
Okay.
Century Sports. So I sold a lot of stuff on eBay
I don't believe you.
for 200 euros. So I
You need
immediately
to spend.
spent the 200 euros. And one of the items I bought was Shin Godzilla, which is the latest Japanese movie.
So it's a recent one.
2016. I saw it in the theaters in Las Vegas in 2016.
With Anne? Huh?
With Anne, yes.
Did you like it?
Not quite. There was also one guy sitting like 2 seats next to us, like a real nerd, and he was like
A real nerd.
a real like the guy from The Simpsons, you know, the comic book guy, and he was eating like M&Ms and like
Where's Godzilla ever?
yeah, and he was throwing the wrappers on the floor, and Anne was super annoyed. The entire movie, she's like, she's throwing it on the floor. It's like, shut up.
Original Japanese version and English version on 2 discs.
Yeah, it's strange, yeah. What's difficult about you want to see this in the Japanese original version, of course, but they also speak English in it, and then it's really
They speak English in the Japanese version.
yeah. The Japanese actors speak some lines of
Ah,
English
and why?
because they pretend to be American. But it's like really. And because it's no longer subtitled, because it's subtitled in Japanese, and then you really just don't understand what they're saying. It's like, what?
So, but is it a good movie?
Yeah, it's a very good movie. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I regularly don't buy new.
Ah, it's new. I didn't know. You bought it.
Yeah,
This is
sealed
not a
on eBay.
Ah, okay.
I had money in the PayPal, you know, like,
How much did you pay?
shipped 10, I think.
That's okay.
But I think
It's a British version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was
British
released
copy.
here. The problem is Legendary Movies now has right until 2020 or something to make Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
So they're like really downplaying this one in the media, and so I think this will not be rare or anything, but hard to find in a couple of years. And it's really cool. You can loan it if you want. It's really cool.
Yeah. I've only seen the American Godzilla, the '98 version.
Yeah. No, but you have to be some in the lore to. Because they also use the 1950s music from the original.
Okay.
But it's also more like a complaint against the government. Like they, for example, they're discussing whether Godzilla can come to land or not because his mass is too heavy. He can't leave the water. And they make a statement. The prime minister is saying a statement, and by then everybody is filming Godzilla walking. What
does Shin Godzilla mean?
New Godzilla.
Okay.
Shin is new in Japanese.
Okay.
Shin Godzilla.
But this is a real Toho movie. This is from the original. Okay.
And they wanted to make a 3D Godzilla so it looks more modern, but they actually first filmed a guy in a suit.
Okay.
And then like molded the 3D onto it.
Okay, so it is CG. It is a CG Godzilla. Okay.
But it's like really the effect of the guy. It's really well done.
Okay, very nice.
Another pickup. A friend of mine recommended this. Inside plus Limbo.
Also on eBay. Or?
Also on eBay. I'd never seen it in the stores here. I don't know. Maybe it's.
Is it a good game?
Apparently, it's a very good game.
It's 2 games. Yeah. Inside and Limbo.
Yeah.
Oh wow. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 out of 5. Okay, yeah, that's.
They're also. I think Limbo is already 5 years old or something, or maybe even older. But it was 15.
Okay.
Gotta spend that eBay money. And these are just 2 DVDs from the thrift store. This one I picked up for my wife because she loves Stephen King. Children of the Corn. And this I picked up for me because I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who doesn't?
Total Recall. I've actually never seen Total Recall.
Me neither.
It's apparently a really good movie.
It's one of his best. I've heard. Apparently, there's also maybe if you ever find it for cheap, There's also a special edition, either on DVD and or Blu-ray, which includes an audio commentary with Paul Verhoeven and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And apparently he's so enthusiastic, Arnold, that Paul Verhoeven has to rein him in. It's like, yeah, and then it's explosions and and Paul Verhoeven's like, oh, calm down.
Okay.
So I want to see that.
Another item I found was the soundtrack
Oh,
to
cool.
Killer Instinct.
This came with the special edition on the SNES, I
I
believe.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Killer cuts, but the loser who owned it before me cut open
No.
the CD sleeve
No.
to put it in a CD case.
Oh, I hate it when I do that.
But I didn't want to leave it behind because whenever are you ever gonna find this?
I think Peter de Voogd, one of my friends, he's a big fan of game music in general.
Game music? Or?
Game music, perhaps also of game music. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course.
Who doesn't like game music? I like Wham and
That's true. I love the pitch of it. Okay.
Game music is excellent. No, but game music. Peter is a very big fan of game music, and he considers the Killer Cuts one of the best in the genre of
But
game.
it's really good.
Apparently, I've never heard it, but it
Well, you play the game now? Or?
no, I haven't. No. Well, maybe I did own it once on SNES.
What?
I played it for. Nah, I wasn't into it. I've never been to.
Yeah.
I've never been into
a fighting
fighters.
game.
Nah.
Well, did you pick something up, Julian?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. What can I show you first? Oh yeah, my girlfriend. She for Christmas, I gave her an expensive purse.
Oh.
Yeah, and also a niffler.
A niffler?
A niffler, you know.
A real one that steals gold. That's why you don't work.
I do work.
Yeah,
I work
I
every
know.
day. No, a niffler, a stuffed animal
Yeah.
niffler. And then she had ordered some things online, but they all arrived. Well, let's say way past Christmas. So
Yeah, of course.
I only got them a few weeks ago.
These days you have to order early.
Yeah. So she got me the complete Rocky collection.
Oh, nice. Well, I actually don't know.
I've never seen the Rocky
I
movies.
saw some as a kid, but
I'm a very big fan of Creed, the spin-off, starring the Apollo Creed. Well, Apollo Creed's son, Adonis. Adonis Creed. And Creed 2 is currently playing in theaters. But I wanted to check out the original series. And
it's snowing again.
It's snowing.
Nice.
It's snowing in Belgium. And so this was an excellent price. I think it was like 18 or 17 euros. I remember.
for
I
the
ordered
company.
it with her on Amazon.
Is also Rocky Balboa
Yeah,
the last one?
so the 6 movies. So and I already had Creed, so now
Yeah.
I have the complete collection.
Complete?
Complete. Apparently, at least the first, the second, and I think the 6th, and perhaps the 4th. Those are very good movies.
I mean, the third is the most famous, no?
No, I think the 4th is the most famous because
The
that's
third is one with
Mr. T. But the 4th one is the 4th one was the biggest money maker. It was with the James Brown music with Dolph Lundgren as the opponent.
Yeah, like the Russian boxer.
Yeah,
I saw that one not too long ago.
yeah. That was the one that made over $200 million worldwide. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, perhaps the third one is good as well. I think only the general consensus is that the 5th one is the worst
Okay.
because he doesn't box there.
And
he's
then
just-
they stopped making.
Then they stopped for 16 years, and then he returned in 2006 with Balboa, and that was apparently a very, very good movie. So he went out on a high note, and that's why many fans were like apprehensive of Creed. But then Creed was super amazing, even better than.
I never seen it. Yeah.
You should check out Creed. It's great.
I will check it out.
And then the other gift she gave me, also for Christmas, of course, is the complete
Oh,
Flintstones.
How many million
100
episodes are there?
166.
Oh, that's not as much
Yeah.
as I thought.
Yeah.
It would be.
Well, back in the day, up until the 90s, this was the longest running cartoon sitcom until it was surpassed by the Simpsons.
By the
Yeah, but Flintstones was surpassed by the Flintstones. No, so I'm a big fan of the Flintstones. I'm a big fan of the movie in the 90s, which is not a very well liked movie. But I've only seen, I don't know, maybe I've seen 5 to 10 episodes of the total. So I'm looking forward to seeing. It's cool that this is really cheap. This is like 40 euros for all. It's like 6 seasons and bonus features. And it's just amazing to think that this is like this is everything. This is really like every Flintstones episode ever.
Ah, it's not. Ah, it's like a box like this. And
Yeah.
oh.
You don't like it?
You're gonna crack it when you open
No,
it.
it's okay. It's. I've tried it before. It doesn't crack.
It's Blu-ray or DVD?
No, it's DVD. It doesn't exist on
Blu-ray. 5 discs for each. Oh,
Yeah,
it's heavy boxes. And when was the last episode?
What do you mean when?
When was it
In which year?
drawn?
I think in '66, something like that. But I'm not super sure.
It's that old. They
Yeah.
never made new episodes.
Maybe a one-off or
Yeah.
never a new series,
Series, no.
never a revival or something like that. I think around the movie in the '90s they did make a few, maybe perhaps a special but never a new series. So I'm really looking forward to checking them out, and it's fun that for example my father he saw them when in their original run. He saw them when in the '60s when he was I think it started in '61 or '60 when he was a 10-year-old lad, and apparently it was quite. They imported it quite swiftly or quite fast to European shores because sometimes, especially in the '60s, it could take years
in the 80s
for movies.
also.
Yeah, for movies to reach. But apparently, the Flintstones was very popular in Europe as well. Even my mother-in-law says she remembers watching. She's quite a few years younger than my parents.
Well, I also remember watching it when I was a kid.
Yeah, reruns, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Great series. So I'm looking forward to finally seeing all Flintstones episodes.
You will get bored. I will like 20 episodes in.
Yeah, but I really want to try because I think they aged better than, for example, I tried Mask and I turned it off after one episode. I tried the Ghostbusters. It's
horrible.
Unwatchable.
Yeah, and He-Man as well.
I've never tried He-Man.
If you watch it now, it's like.
But I feel bad saying it because I'm such a huge Ghostbusters fan, but I really couldn't get through the first season.
You know the real not the real Ghost. Yeah, the other Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so the one that's called Ghostbusters with the gorilla.
It's actually better.
It's better.
Yeah, it's still watchable now.
How did you see it? Was it ever on
YouTube?
TV? Oh, on YouTube.
As a kid, it was on TV.
No, really?
Yeah, in Belgium.
I thought they only showed the.
I was really confused.
The real Ghostbusters.
No, I was really confused as a kid because why are there two different Ghostbusters?
Yeah, so the real Ghostbusters is. the one we know as Ghostbusters is called the real, but the other one is just called Ghostbusters. So you think that's the real one? I don't know.
Yeah. But as a kid, I didn't. I mean, I really saw the two different series. I remember it. Nice, and I remember thinking, are they like the ancestors of the Ghostbusters, or how does this work?
Yeah, well, what did you pick?
Well, another eBay purchase. So Victor Game Hunter, who also watches this channel,
does he now?
Was telling us that he likes the 3DO, and I was thinking, which good games could there be on the 3DO? And I was thinking, maybe this platform game Gex.
That was I think the first platform Gex ever appeared on.
Yeah, and it's complete.
It's a Japanese copy.
Japanese copy, 12 euros.
Is it region free?
Yeah, 3DO is region free. 12 euros from the Netherlands, so the shipping was also not too bad.
So eBay as well.
Yeah, eBay. You gotta spend that PayPal money.
You can buy other things with your PayPal, like real things.
Drugs.
Winners don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Not yet. I just arrived yesterday. So.
But you've tried the PlayStation version?
No, I never played Kicks. But I like platformers, so...
So how much was it back in the day? Like 60 euros?
60, 70. Yeah, I think in the 90s it
Whoa.
would have been really
Super
expensive.
expensive. Yeah. 6,800 yen.
Thank you. So I went to visit the Game Buster in the city center.
Ah, is he still open?
Still open for business.
Because wasn't he closing down?
Yeah, it looked like, but now he's starting with like the Warhammer.
What?
Yeah.
So do you know the story? He was closing down. Right?
Yeah, I thought he was going to, but tell me the complete story or not?
No. I thought you knew.
Yeah, not the complete story.
Because you know the guy.
Yeah,
you're friends with the guy.
I talked to him.
But you
Yeah,
you didn't ask her like what are you still
No.
open, or?
I mean, if he's still open, you're not gonna ask when you're closing.
So how much longer, hey?
But he had some new games in.
Games.
So Konami Gasp.
Whoa, never seen that before.
Yeah, it's apparently a very horrible fighting game, but it's an N64 cartridge.
And only €10, that's okay.
Well, in total, I got a discount, of course.
I've never heard of Gasp. This must be very...
I think the USA version has a different name.
Okay.
Skull and Crossbones, Tengen game. I played it this week, not too great.
That's a fake cartridge, right?
No, Tengen is unlicensed. It's not fake. And this is a
Is it a
licensed.
pirate game?
It's a pirate game.
Is it a good game?
I tried it for like 10 minutes and it was and then wait, stop touching my balls. Golf for the NES
Why?
because I didn't have it.
Okay.
And then Tiny Toons
Oh,
Adventures
that's a nice one.
2. And apparently it's for 9 plus. I don't know if somebody put it on the back and included the manual. So he offered, I said 20 for everything, so 5 apiece.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a nice one.
That's a good discount because he asked 10 for the
10 for this
N64 game alone. So.
But he's always like giving me great. There was a period when he wasn't giving great discounts, but I think the time has come again for discounts.
So, please come to GameBuster
Yes.
and get discount.
Shall I continue with my pickups?
You shall.
So for walk, I had to go to Liège again.
You always have to visit.
I always have to visit there. And during my lunch break this time, I went to Game Cash, I think, I forget, Cash Express. What's it with the French people and all these cash
They
stores?
love the word cash.
Cash in the name of the store.
Do they love Johnny Cash?
Maybe, who knows? So I picked up some games. These were not really that cheap. This one
So
was
why
cheap
did you buy them?
because I wanted them. Game Ground is a pretty cool game on the Mega Drive. Don't know if the Master System version is that great,
Cool cover art.
but it was only €5. Complete. This game was also released on PS2. Rygar. It's a remake of the classic game, but apparently it's better on the Wii. I don't know.
It's better on the Wii.
Apparently.
It is version française.
I know, I saw it, but most of the times the discs are dual language. I mean, it's an action game.
You'll survive.
I'll survive. I'll survive. This is the first time I've seen a copy of it actually, so. And then Capcom Fighting Jam, which isn't the best Capcom 2D fighter, but it's the last real 2D fighter Capcom ever made, I think.
The last 2D fighter Capcom.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
And then 2 pretty sweet Game Boy games. Milons or Milons, I don't know, Secret Castle and Popeye 2. Which are both, I mean, I paid 6 for this and 10 for the other one, but they're both expensive games actually. So
Somewhat.
Without
box.
And
What is Popeye 2? Is it like
I don't know, I never.
because I think the first one was sort of like a
It's an arcadey game.
a maze, sort of like Bomberman maze.
Really?
I don't know. Well,
I never played it. So
I could be mistaken.
You could be.
I could be.
It has happened before. So, did you pick anything else, Julian?
Yes.
Julian?
I got something for you.
Oh, sweet! Ah, yes, I still had to wire you the money. Nice!
Perhaps you can tell your audience what they are.
Wait, give me just one because I'm gonna stack them high. Ah, no, it's the wrong side. So these are the 4 Ghostbuster characters in Playmobil form. Last year, Playmobil released like the Ghostbusters line.
Yeah, even 2 years ago.
This
This is from the second series.
But we never thought there would be a second series.
No, because I think they sold horribly.
It was an epic fail.
In Belgium.
In Belgium,
I'm pretty
at least.
sure it sold well overseas. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother with a second series.
Well, maybe it's already in production by the time.
But I really love the Ghostbusters
Yeah.
Playmobil series. It's super impressive.
I was at a birthday party 2 weeks ago, and there was this kid, and he actually had the Ecto One.
I also had the Ecto
He
One.
was 7 years old and was playing with it, and it looked really. I'm so sorry.
Well, you can still buy it.
Ah, really?
It's
But
still in
not on
toy
the
stores.
cheap prices.
In Dreamland nowadays it's 32 or 33.
You paid him 19 or something.
In Fnac, yeah. Yeah.
I want to get it because it's.
No, but I'm super impressed with the quality. I mean, they, of course, they don't look like them.
No,
It's still a
of course.
Playmobil figure.
Yeah. Well,
but-
the only one stands.
Yeah,
Spengler.
Spengler.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, but it's just the quality is excellent. The house looks like the firehouse is amazing. The Ecto 1 is amazing. They also made the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which you have. In a previous episode, I got it for you as well.
Yes.
So I'm your Playmobil Ghostbusters dealer.
Drug dealer, my Playmobil.
So, and what's the story behind this? So start in the beginning. 2 years ago, they never released, let's say, an affordable. Well, they were all affordable because Playmobil was never, compared to Lego, it was all affordable.
More affordable.
Yeah. Even the Stay Puft was only 20 in the beginning, so that's okay. But I mean, in order to get all 4 Ghostbusters, you had to shell out quite a lot of money because you needed in the Ecto 1 you got Zeddemore, with the Stay Puft I think you got stands. I don't know. You had to at least buy
big sets.
4. Yeah, the smallest set was I think with Egon. With I think just 1 or 2 ghosts or maybe the dogs, I don't remember. Anyway, you had to buy at least 4 boxes. You had to spend at least, let's say, $80 or $100 or euro to get the 4 Ghostbusters. And then in an unexpected move last year, they released a second series, and the cheapest of all were the 4 individual Ghostbusters. So you could buy.
Which look nothing like the original. Looked more like Ghostbusters.
No, really, no, they didn't.
With
change.
the black suits. And
Okay, sorry, you're talking about the suits. Okay, but the figures are the same.
Yeah.
So in an unexpected move, they released them individually, so you could buy them all for $9 a piece. So it's like $36 for 4 of them, which is a good price. And then last month or this month even, I went to the local chain of a discount store, so like a Poundland-esque store. The Action in Belgium. I think it's also in Germany and
I think it's a German chain.
Anyway, and so I went in and they were only 4 a piece, €4.
And when it gets to the Action, it means that it didn't sell really that.
Which we knew already from 2 years ago. But it's really amazing. I mean, €4. So Thomas, I got you all 4 for just 16.
Sweet.
Even less.
Cha-ching.
15.96 because it was even less.
Which is actually a normal price for one Playmobil figure in a really big box.
Yeah, but it does include the ghost trap as well.
Yeah,
and there's a cool feature, so you can I tried it because I bought one for myself as well. I bought Zeddemore because, as you remember, I have a soft spot for Zeddemore because I interviewed Ernie Hudson,
and everybody forgets about him.
Yeah, as well. So you can download an app. And then you put the ghost trap on your smartphone, and you really get like a hologram, a 3-dimensional image inside it. As you can choose between 4 ghosts, and then you see the ghost getting sucked into the trap. It's
pretty cool. They call it also Playmogram.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it like that, but anyway,
it's cool. I think
you should check it out. It's really cool.
I'm gonna keep them sealed for my son. I think when he's old enough.
Maybe you can try one.
Yeah, I can.
You want to try it, right? Don't you?
I want to try it, but I also want them to be his toys,
Okay. Does he really care about Ghostbusters? I mean, you're the fan.
Well, he has to watch the movies and the real Ghostbusters.
When he's been a bad boy, he has to watch the cartoon series.
Yes, you have to watch it now.
No, but it's just an excellent price. I mean, you said this is a normal price. Well, of course, in this day and age, even the smallest Lego and/or Playmobil box will be more than €4, so it's still a good price.
You always have the small Playmobil guys for $3.99.
Okay, but you do get a bit more. I mean, you get at least 29 or 19, 20 pieces, 19 pieces. Some are more than others. It's funny. 26. I don't know why they. Look at this. I mean, 24 pieces, 26 pieces. I don't know what's the difference, but they all include something else.
Some different weapons.
Yeah.
I mean.
So I think it's. Even last year, I thought I want one. I want at least one, and I was prepared to spend €9 because I still thought, well, it's going. Of course, they pay.
It's still recording.
It's still recording. Because of course, they have to pay for licensing, which always increases the costs. But it's a good deal. You don't have anything else?
Sure, but I'll show you this.
I've talked enough about Ghostbusters. So are you happy with it?
Yes, I'm very happy with it. Thank you, Julian. No, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I don't like going to Action. I think it's a horrible store. It's like filled with awful people.
Oh, come on, but you get great candy, cheap candy.
Yes, I know, but
and cheap toys.
I eat myself sick when I go there.
You don't like cheap toys?
Yeah, of course I do. You would have to pick them up for me.
You're horrible.
I prefer thrift stores. where I find Viewmasters for 150. So this is a Play School Disney Viewmaster.
I love Viewmaster.
It's also for my kid. I would never buy this like if I didn't have a kid.
You get a great excuse. Now that you have a kid, you can buy Oak.
It's really true. It's like in the past.
My girlfriend says like you should just buy a kid and you can buy all sort of crap.
It's true. Well, now I don't find it anymore. Here, it's made in Belgium. I wonder if all the Viewmasters were made in Belgium. It's kind of sad because we hardly ever make anything anymore.
Oh, it's Lion King.
It's the Lion King, yes. I have the Lion
It's
King.
so cool.
I have
It really works.
Mickey Mouse. I have Mickey Mouse. I have Jungle Book. Which one was there? I think also the Little Mermaid and Bambi, probably. Okay, so one Viewmaster, 150. As a kid, I thought this was magic. Yeah?
I'm pretty sure you already had a Viewmaster.
As a kid, yeah,
No.
but my parents.
Not
No.
now.
It's the first. I've been able to resist for many years, but now that I have a kid. So for Christmas, we do this exchange of gifts like everybody else.
Everyone picks a name.
Everybody picks a name, but I never know what to pick. So I just post on the Secret Santa page like an eBay link to what to purchase. But I got drawn by a 60-year-old aunt, so she just gave me the cash. Like I don't know what the fuck eBay is.
She doesn't?
Well, no, she's almost 70.
Ah, okay, that's a big difference.
Yeah. So what I wanted was Holy Diver, which is a Japanese Famicom game that never got released in the West. Probably because of the name. It's also an album name by Dio, and it also has a lot of like the devil and crosses and like things Nintendo doesn't like. And it's a really awesome game. It's like a clone, a Castlevania clone. And instead of just releasing the game, you can only buy it in this deluxe gift set, which is kind of a shame because I just prefer to have it like this on the shelf, because this cover also is much cooler than the black cover. I'm also sad they didn't use it for like the cartridge. It's just a black cartridge. And then they include all sorts of crap.
So how does this work? Are they allowed to release new cartridges? Do they need permission from Nintendo? Or?
No, they need permission from IREM because they're the copyright holders of the game. And they have permission because they've been releasing a lot of IREM games.
But so everybody can make
of course,
NES games. But back in the day, you had to pay, let's say, a fee to Nintendo to.
That's not true because Tengen, I never knew how to pronounce this. They just released in the 80s.
No, wait a minute.
This is an 80s game, unreleased, unlicensed.
Unlicensed, but normally, in order to, let's say, not get Nintendo's lawyers on your back.
Well, Tengen didn't get Nintendo's lawyers on their back.
I wonder how that works. Nintendo, if you're watching this channel, please chime in.
You're not allowed to copy something, so there's copy protection, but you're allowed to reverse engineer. So if you never looked at the original copy protection, but you figure it out, backwards compatible, then it's okay. They can't harm you.
Because, for example, Atari wasn't too pleased when they made the porn games, so...
Well, you can be not pleased and you can send your lawyers in, but nobody has ever won this.
But I think nowadays, I think you really need, for example, the permission to release a Switch game.
But it's virtually impossible to get a game working on the Switch and then commercially release it successful. It's much easier to just release a game in the Switch App Store or something.
Yeah, why is it impossible?
Because the hardware is much more difficult than an NES.
So then this is quite easy to program.
Yeah, of course. And
program
is a different thing, but reverse engineer the copyright protection.
Okay.
It's the same with, like, for example, the Mega Drive, the initial cartridges. They only had the copy protection was like the shape of the cartridge, so you couldn't play Japanese games in Europe because the shape was different. Later on, because everybody and their dog imported games from Japan and the USA, changed to a different style of copy protection.
Okay.
But you also had unlicensed games on the Genesis. You had EA games was unlicensed in the beginning. Later on,
cards.
Yeah.
Why? They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay. If it's possible to do it without paying, why would you pay?
That's weird because they're one of the biggest software companies.
Yeah, and later on they got an official license.
Okay.
And for example, I forgot their name. The guys who made Bubsy, Accolade, they were also unlicensed.
Okay.
Codemasters, which is now a pretty big name.
From Micro Machines.
Yeah, and Colin McRae rallied it, but they started as an unlicensed developer for the NES and the Mega Drive.
Cool.
So,
So what's in the box? What's in the box?
Well, some stickers I already showed while you were pondering the... Whoa. And this I think
Thomas is
really
ruining
weird.
this.
A notebook. Why? What does this have to do with the game?
You're gonna write your thoughts on the game.
Yeah.
Yesterday I played the game for 3 minutes.
And two
I loved it.
insanely large pins.
Oh.
And this is apparently Randy.
Do I make you horny? Do I make you randy?
But you know, I would prefer they invest their money in like a really good graphic designer to make an awesome label than to give me all this shoddy crap that I don't need.
This is really the only way to buy the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a collector's edition, but there's no normal edition.
So it actually defeats the name collector's edition because
Yeah.
then it's just a normal edition if there's no that.
Well, apparently the first 1,000 cartridges were white, and the other ones are black. You can still buy the white ones, but they're €5 more expensive. So
Yeah, they sometimes do it with vinyl too. When
Yeah.
you get a color version of the vinyl, and then it's a little more expensive.
but I like the box
Yeah,
art.
cool box art.
This is the only cool art on the entire thing.
Can't you just leave it outside of the box and then put it in your...
Yeah, of course, I probably will, but now I wanted to show this
Of course.
abomination of a
So how much was it?
60.
So you actually got a big present from your aunt. I mean,
Well, we agree upon 50
okay.
is the max. So
She gave you a little more.
no, she gave me 50, but I coughed up the extra. Coughed up the extra €10 with my eBay selling money.
Your sweet PayPal money.
Yeah, which is all gone, by the way.
What did you sell actually?
Master System with all my doubles for 50, so pretty good. A game that I bought.
Okay.
A game, Amazing Wars on the Mega Drive. I had it originally, but didn't have the original sleeve in the box, so I bought it again for 30, and I offered my copy for 35, and there started a bidding war. It ended up like in the 50s, so. And then 2 Monchichis.
Why?
Yeah, I found them in the thrift store for like 10 cents.
Okay.
And I looked up on eBay because they were like devil Monchichis, like really weird ones, and they were worth like €50. So
You sold them.
I bought 2 and I sold them for 50.
Oh, you've become a reseller.
I'm a scumbag reseller.
You've become the thing you hate the most.
Well, those Monchichis have been lying in my house, always in my way, and. But I spent all the money on good games, so
Good.
no problem there, I think. No, you bought something else, or?
I got something for you, perhaps.
Perhaps.
My book.
Yeah. Oh, I still need to buy it. No, I really want to buy it. How much is it? It's the cheap price, or?
It's 25.
25.
So perhaps you can talk a little about my book.
Well, Julian.
Do a plug for my book. With all your tens of thousands of viewers.
Julian was always interviewing songwriters for
True.
websites, I think.
Yeah.
For free, I believe. So his girlfriend had the insane idea, I think, to... Wasn't it your girlfriend who...
I'm curious where the story is going, so tell me.
So Van, why don't you put it all and make a book about it?
That's not
No,
how it
that's not how
It's a cool version of the story.
So somebody actually is motivated you to...
Yeah.
But it was not... now I remember. It's not his girlfriend, but he looks the same though. It's actually not Koen Wouters, but the other one. What's his name again?
No, are you kidding
Come on,
me?
help me.
Chris Wouters.
Chris Wouters. So they're like 2 brothers, and Chris is a songwriter, Koen is the pretty boy and the singer. Was the pretty boy 25 years
He's
ago.
still a pretty boy. And Chris
Yeah,
is
he's still
not,
a pretty boy. But...
Chris is a pretty boy too.
Okay. But in any case, they're famous Belgians, music writers, and you interviewed them 3 times, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And he gave Julian
Yeah, he liked my, let's say, my style of interviews.
Yeah, your
I
questions.
always try to at least not ask the same questions. That's what I try. I mean, that's what every interviewer should do, I think.
Yeah.
I just try to ask good questions. And he said, well, why don't you write a book? I'll help you, he said. I'll write the foreword.
The intro. Yeah.
And I'll open my address
Oh,
book. And
there's a CD included.
yeah, indeed.
Nice.
He said, I'll open my address book and I'll give you the telephone numbers of some of my friends, because of course he's friends with other famous songwriters. So he helped me.
You also made that awkward YouTube, Facebook video.
You think it was awkward?
I found it a bit awkward.
Oh, sorry.
Not you, I mean, but the whole and the sound quality. I mean,
Yeah. Well, sorry.
Well, I'm gonna buy Julian's book now for 25. It hurts my heart. How much was it in the supermarket?
At 22.50.
You're ripping me off here.
If you want, you can have it for 22.
No, I'll pay it. I'm just kidding. It's not. I really wanted to pick it up, but with my son, I've been unable.
Yeah, but you've been able to pick up all this other crap. So that's the worst excuse ever.
But I use eBay.
You could buy it on bold.com.
I really
You can still buy them. You
How
can buy it on
much?
Fnac.
19.99.
No, 24.99.
Well, I'll pay 25. It's pretty cool.
So do you
Julian.
want this one?
Yeah,
It was
I'm
just
gonna
it was just a plug of me to.
Yeah, it's
You
cool.
don't need to-
I will pay it. I will pay it. Get something else in that bag of yours.
Yes.
I will check if the camera is still rolling. Amazingly, it's still rolling.
I got a. This one is I think from November already, but I forgot to show it. Yeah, date of mailing 14.
Show your address.
No, I won't. It's my old address. This is the Rick and Morty soundtrack
It's nice. Going.
on cassette.
That's pretty sweet. I don't know if the music is any good, but
No, it's the songs from the series.
it's pretty small.
It's
The Rick and Morty team. Jerry's Rick. The small intestine song. Okay. Get Swifty. Yeah, that's the famous one. But the cover art is really amazing.
Yeah, it's quite gorgeous.
And how much was it? If
It was an okay price. I don't know if I still have. No, there's no receipt. Probably the receipt is in here. I think it was something like $7.
Oh, that's not too
But,
expensive.
but of course, shipping from
Yeah,
America.
yeah.
I think in the end I paid.
And then the taxes boned you in
No,
the ass.
no, they didn't look at. They were kind enough to put the value at $3. Oh, I
yeah.
shouldn't mention this. Customs just look.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's their
Now
problem.
we get you, Julian.
Then it's their problem. Hey, they did it. The label did it. Now I think in the end it was something like $17 or $18, so that's like €14 with shipping included. It's okay.
Send me the link to where I
Yeah,
can
it's
buy it.
it's the official website, subpop.com.
I don't know.
Sub Pop is a label where Nirvana got their starts. They also gave me a sticker, which is nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous. The cover art is amazing. It's, and I'm so glad that cassettes are back.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I mean, I like cassettes as well, but from a technical stand, I mean, vinyl, okay. I don't really hear the difference between vinyl versus CDs, but you can still say it has good sound quality. But for tapes, it's like there's no logical reason
No.
for them to still exist. I like them too. I mean, don't get me wrong.
In the UK, the tapes last year they really made it big. Well, I mean, comparatively, it's still a niche, but they sold more than 50,000 tapes last year in the UK. And the bestseller was Bohemian Rhapsody, the soundtrack to the movie.
I had a new movie.
Sold really like 10,000 cassettes in the UK. So okay, in the UK, but still 10,000 tapes. That's a lot.
Yeah.
In this age of
Yeah.
downloading and streaming.
But people are just nostalgic for something physical to touch.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago I was interviewed for the radio channel Studio Brussels in Belgium. They on Twitter they asked for someone who does anyone still collects cassettes? So I said yes, I do, and then they just called me for 1 minute. And the presenter she even made fun of me because I was calling it Engage, and she said like, what sort of a potato are you calling with? And I said like, yeah, I'm still using an Engage. Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's like you're using cassettes and an Engage. So yeah.
And a mini disc.
Yeah, so I was the laughing stock of the
Of
national
CDs.
radio. Well, that's my life. And then maybe you don't have anything else?
Yeah, but I want to save
Yeah, maybe
the
you
best
can
for
do it.
last.
Oh,
But
is it just one more thing?
yeah, it's
Okay.
one complete set. It's not one thing, but it's one.
So I got some vinyl.
vinyl.
So you know Xander de Rijk?
It's a Belgian comedian.
Yes. he continued the tradition of having a stand-up show on vinyl. So this is to emulate one of his heroes, Urbanus.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 70s and 80s, it was very common to release your stand-up or your cabaret show on vinyl.
My mom only listened to one vinyl record, and it was Wim
Wim
Sonneveld.
Yeah, he's excellent.
She had like this box set.
Oh yeah. Wim Sonneveld is amazing.
Well, she still has it, I guess.
Yeah. So and Alexander wanted to repeat or emulate that. So that's a nice vinyl. You could only buy it on his web shop. I haven't opened it. I should do it.
School is cool. €6.
Yeah, it's a good price. I bought School is Cool, a Belgian band. A great band. I also interviewed Johannes, the songwriter for my book.
Oh shit.
Johannes is a great guy. We went to school together, actually.
And was it cool?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even aware of the possible pun. Yeah, great band, amazing band. Hard to define the genre. It's like
poppy, rocky.
Yeah, but they even, according to Wikipedia, it's like baroque pop. So
okay,
they have a lot of influences,
yeah.
Instruments, weird noises, soundscapes, but excellent songs. And this is their third album from 2017, and it includes an amazing song called Trophy Wall. So the second song on the album. So any listeners out there, check out Trophy Wall. It's amazing. It's one of the best Belgian songs in years. It's an instant classic. And yeah, just this weekend I saw it for €6. So that's actually a scandalous price because.
Were there still good deals in Fnac on the games? Or?
Well, there were a lot of games, but I didn't
really
find
check.
anything. Well, the prices were not amazing.
No, okay. I haven't been there, to be honest.
No, you should.
Yeah, it's difficult these days.
And then the last one, I bought Jeff Goldblum's record.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, he made a jazz album, and it's good. It's really good. So, yeah, who doesn't love Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, I find it amusing, like in South Park, they always make fun of him.
Do they?
Well, not actually of him, but, well, they use his character for it. But he plays in movies and then he makes like these connections who are in there. Like, for example, like he's a scientist and he makes like boobies is that, and then like totally unrelated makes finds a solution.
Yeah, and he has an excellent speech pattern. It's like yeah.
He's an awesome voice. Yeah, it's true.
Jeff Goldblum is amazing. Who doesn't love Jeff Goldblum? There's a Jurassic Park game on the PS4 and Xbox right now.
With his voice.
Yeah, he's just narrating the whole game, and that sounds like something right up my alley.
Right up. Yeah.
Jurassic World Evolution. I hope one day I get a good deal. You haven't heard of it?
No.
Jurassic World Evolution. It's
is
like
it also on
it's
Xbox?
a sim. Yeah, it's like a sim building worldy. You don't like a sim?
Well, not on the consoles, with the joysticks. I prefer it with a mouse.
I'm pretty sure you can use a.
Yeah, probably these days. It's actually just a PC in a lovely case.
So that concludes my pickups.
Yeah, I have still one very cheap and pretty cool pickup, I guess. Last Wednesday I get a telephone call, and it's Bart Heats, who's also a watcher of the channel. And he used to be a game collector. He sold his collection. I will put a link to a video where I bought stuff from his collection.
He's a guy who found God.
Yes.
He did.
And you got one Engage game of him recently. Sonic, yeah. The other one you didn't want because you already had it. And he
no disrespect to Bart, I just had it already. Yeah. Thank you, Bart.
And you remember the last video I found these awesome PlayStation 1 games? Mm-hmm. So Bart was, because he lives really close by, he was in the same thrift store and he said, "Dude, do you want an NES?" I said, "Sure, why not? Which games are included?" And I asked, "What's the price?" And he said, €10. And I was like, whoa, an NES for €10?
Yeah, in this day and age?
In this day and age, in a thrift store with 5 games included. So, as you can see, for €10 they include the pedals, which there are no pedals, of course. This must have been a really old person writing it down. Again, and 5 games. And they also wrote system malfunctioning.
Malfunctioning.
Not
deck.
working. Yeah.
Control deck is.
But I plugged it in, I blew in the cartridge, and
it worked.
It worked perfectly. Some of the games were dirty, so that's why they probably didn't get it to work, but for me it works perfectly. So I think this is a pretty early version. It says European version. European version, and also a strange sticker for Kobe Industry Enterprise. It's not optically in very good shape, so I'm gonna use this to RGB mod a system. I always wanted to. So will be the experiment.
So will you really use a rare version to mod? Shouldn't you just mod a common version?
It's the ugliest one I have.
That's what she said.
So, on to the games that were included. I will start with, of course, the penultimate classic, Mario Bros. Without Duck Hunt. So that also gives an indication that it's a pretty early set. I almost dropped my bus. A game you always see everywhere, fighting golf. I never played it, but I don't know if it includes.
You see it everywhere?
Yeah, it's a very common game.
So what does it mean? You fight during
Apparently
golf?
It's just a golf game, so it's really weird, the title, you know.
Look at this. Endorsed by the US National Video Game Team. What is the National Video Game Team? What is it?
And who cares?
I want to know, where are they now? What are they really doing?
This is actually a very good game, Life Force shooter by Konami.
I will take that one.
Well, I already have it, so if you want, you can have it. And then I already have this game as well, but I have a different cover version, so that's really bizarre. European version, it says. European version.
Why are you always talking about European?
European. And this one is the coolest cartridge, a Spica, a bootleg, Julian, illegal. It contains a lot of cool games, a lot of Japanese only games, so pretty sweet to have a...
It's so funny that this guy, well, let's say the original owner, only had 5 games, and then he had one weird cartridge.
Well, I remember some friends of mine, they went on holiday to Spain, and a lot of times they came back with one of these illegal 42-in-1 type of deals.
You know what's funny? It includes a game called Star Wars.
And Top Gun, and
Star Wars.
The funny
not
thing
Star
is,
Wars, but Star Wars.
Both games are not on the cartridge.
Right. So what were they thinking?
Yeah. But
when they...
What's really cool about this cartridge is like a different pattern here.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I see a pattern.
These bootleggers, they really put their heart and soul into bootlegging.
Where are they now, the bootleggers?
I don't know, man.
Retired? In Spain?
Retired. On their PayPal money. So 2 regular
pedals,
but a fake zapper. So, and there's also not a zapping game included. So the mystery continues. But the coolest thing of all things are, hold this, Julian, this OneTech WT109 WT wireless joysticks, wireless pedals, as it were, and it actually works really well. I was surprised.
So this is like a Wii avant la lettre.
It's they use radio wave technology instead of infrared. Most of the controls back in those days used infrared, which is really horrible, but radio wave works really well. The only issue is if you have another radio machine, it will probably interfere. So that's why these types of things were never officially released.
It's quite heavy, it's cool.
It's with 2 AA batteries. So. And you also have, because there was a sticker on this one as well, not working. But then you see, this is only for player 2. And that is only for player 1.
So let's say the store wasn't... Never mind.
Please not break my...
The store was not well informed.
No.
They thought the system wasn't working, they thought the pedals weren't working.
And I can't find a lot of info on these online, but there's one eBay auction for 90 euros.
Whoa! so you get your money's worth.
I get my deal. But no info whatsoever, so I guess they're also just from China. Or they look a lot like the Famicom controller.
They do resemble the Famicom.
And they work really well.
They also have a turbo option.
Yeah, which is nice for playing Life Force. You don't have to press down the whole time, you can just do like this.
So there's even a 1 turbo and 2 turbo.
Well, that's logical.
Why?
If you have like 1 turbo for the both buttons and 1 button to jump, for example, the character would be jumping.
Yeah, so for example, if you only want the second button to have... okay. I thought it was like different modes, like half turbo and super
No,
turbo.
no, it's like button 1 and 2.
Okay.
For example, if button 2 is the bomb in the shooter,
The bomb.
you don't want to be throwing all your bombs in the first 5 seconds of the game.
You saying the bomb reminded me of the Naked Gun 3, remember?
No?
No? Have you ever seen it, the Naked
Well,
Gun
probably,
3?
but I don't know.
There's like an Oscar ceremony and an Academy Awards ceremony, and they're talking about the 5 nominees for Best Picture. And apparently James Earl Jones is the presenter of the category, and he says like, well, 4 of them were a very big box office success, and just 1 of them was a flop. And then they open the envelope, it's the bomb. But then of course it includes, it's a real bomb.
Bomb, yeah.
Great.
Well, I think we'll be approaching 1 hour.
No, I hope not. An hour?
Oh no, 50 minutes.
50.
50 minutes.
Damn.
Peter Jan will be mad because he wants the episodes to be 10 minutes or shorter.
You just got them in 5.
Well, yeah, I can, but then
You're tired already.
it breaks the tail, and it's.
Sorry, Peter Jan.
You will have to watch 50 minutes. Well, see you guys later. Bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
This is the last we'll ever buy. This is the last episode. Thomas
true.
stops buying after this one.
I have
He promised.
things. I pre-ordered things. So
With your eBay, PayPal,
with my
sweet
eBay
money.
sweet monies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care.